And welcome everybody. It is Grandmaster Amon Hambleton back with Arena Kings, and I'm quite excited to welcome you guys to Season 6 of Arena Kings back on Chess.com. This is one of the most exciting tournaments, in my opinion, that Chess.com has to offer. Your favorite personalities, streamers, even the other half of Chess Bra is going to be competing in this event. And it's going to be an arena taking place right now, 2 hours. Should be a lot of fun. There are lots of prizes at stake as well. And I'm just quite excited to bring this format back to you guys. So without further ado, let's remind you guys, what this format's all about. So Arena Kings Season 6 is back. As I mentioned, it is an arena lasting 2 hours. It's going to be 3 minutes with 0 seconds increment. That is going to be your time control. So a little bit different than Title Tuesday, for example. So maybe we'll see some flagging, some dirty chess. There's going to be a full season of Arena Kings. There's going to be 24 arenas over 12 weeks. And of course, just like before, there's going to be Royal Arena Kings. So prizes are going to be more than doubled during those Royal Arena King weeks. And there's going to be like Fisher Random. There's going to be many different variants to compete in during those Royal weeks. And as always, if you want to win prizes, you have to stream the event, but you do not have to stream the event to play. So it's only if you want to win some prizes. Yes, hello Aquila. What's up, buddy? Speaking of those prizes, here you can see that the total $20,000 up for grabs. And as you can see, the Royal Arena Kings more than doubled. So first place, $200, second place, $150. Third place, $150. And there is going to be that streamer prize. So the prizes go as low as under 2,000, under 1,600, under 1,200, really encouraging players of all ratings to participate in this tournament and make sure you have that stream on so that you can win your prizes, $100 to the best streamer. And the schedule for January, it's good to keep in mind that Arena Kings is easy to remember. So mark it on your calendar. It's going to be Monday and Friday, and that's going to be every week for the rest of January. So we have the times are going to be constant, so keep those in mind. 5 p.m. Pacific time. That's exactly what we're gearing up for today. And then, as I mentioned, on Friday, it's going to be at 12 p.m. Pacific time. So that's when it's going to be happening. We are about to get into today's event. You can see right at the top of the list here, we have the one and only Hikaru Nakamura, 3,200 rated. We have Yospim as well, but as you can see at the top, it's full of, streamers, grandmasters, personalities, people that you might recognize. Should be a lot of fun today. The tournament starts in exactly 2 minutes. So get ready. Hey, Lewis, what's up, Dog Cake? Good to see you guys here. But yeah, we're going to be checking in with lots and lots of your favorite streamers. I already see a lot of people here. Eric is going to be streaming the event for the Chess Bros. I'm just here giving you guys the commentary. But it's one of the first Arena Kings that I've commentated in quite some time. So I'm excited to be back in the commentary booth, and most importantly, I'm excited to not have to worry about my chess in today's show. So I just get to hang out with you guys in the chat, watch the games, listen in on some of the people competing, and just nothing to worry about. So I much prefer it this way. This is perfect for me. So keep in mind we have today's event, and then later this week we'll have another event on Friday. And the time zones, I know this current time zone might not be the best, for those Europeans, but there is going to be an event on Friday, which hopefully is going to be more accessible. So the way that Chess.com is running it, hopefully there's an event that everyone can play. And if you can play both of them, perfect. The more the merrier. So hey, Lucambo, going well, going well. Doing a bit more commentary, so happy to be back here in the booth, which is where I'm comfortable. Less things to worry about and more chess to commentate on. So I just get to be like you guys, watching all the action. Sometimes when you're playing in these events, there's so many strong players competing. Bortnick, I see Bach is there. Shout out to our own Grandmaster Hess, WonderfulTime, Hikaru. So many strong players. You miss all the action sometimes when you're playing. You don't get to see all the games. So hopefully we'll get to catch some of the games from the booth up here. And as I see, we're just 20 seconds away. So Arena Kings week 1, 20 seconds away, and I think we're going to start with Hikaru's game. So Let's see if we can take a listen in on Hikaru's game. He's going to be playing round 1. Let's see what he has to say about his commentary.
Like 17 or 1800 or something like that, like legitimately like a chess player at Lakeside High. But anyway, the point that I was going to make is there's a story that Bill Gates, and I know this from someone who went to school at that time, so, in Seattle. Actually, one second. Let's play here in A6. I'm gonna go knight f6. Okay, it goes there, so I'll go here on h6, I guess. I think I'm gonna go f5 and knight f5. I don't know if it's good, but it looks aggressive, it looks fun, it looks exciting, and why not? I mean, this doesn't look great for white. My knight is really good. I can castle my king, play g5, target on the knight. I mean, if d5, I can just play e5 even, and knight f6. I really like my position here. Okay, let's go e5. Of course, I'm just gonna castle. I could have maybe traded and gone e5. I don't know. That might have been interesting. Okay, bishop f3. Yeah, so if I castle takes, I can take and play e4. So I can also go knights. Nah, I think I'm just gonna go here and queen f7. Let's go here and maybe castle. Actually, no, I gotta go a5 and close this side of the board first. Very important that I close this side of the board. Goes b4. I can take, I can also just castle and play rook a5, I guess. I don't actually believe in this. I think my opponent's misplayed this a little bit, because the queen side is completely locked here, so I think I'm doing well. I'll pre-move rook a5. It's a safe pre-move. Okay, logical. I can also just play like queen e7. I mean, I don't know if queen e7 is necessary, but I don't know what his ideas are exactly. I think I'm gonna go here and maybe knight f6, or maybe knight c5 at some point. There's knight c3. Am I really worried about this capture? I don't think I am, but maybe I am. Let's think about this. So I'm gonna go g5 and knight c5 maybe. Maybe just knight f6 even. I don't like what I've done here, actually, if I'm being honest. It doesn't feel right somehow. I'm gonna have to take on e3 at some point too. Okay, I'll pre-move takes as the safe capture. Again, it's 2 hours. I don't. Daniel's probably busy with something, but yeah. What I would say is, right now, what was I gonna say something. Just take. Oh, I could have gone g4 maybe. I have not g4. I think I'm gonna play knight h5 and knight f4 here. He can't take, so I just take with the bishop. I get queen f7. I should be doing well. Knight f4 is coming. He's got problems here. Let's go here. No bishop g6 because my knight holds it. g4 is coming. I'm doing very well in this game. Okay, it goes there. Maybe very well is too strong a word, but I should be doing fine. I can play bishop f5 trade. I think I'm just gonna go here, target the pawn. I mean, I'm definitely gonna sack at some point soon. I think maybe just bishop a6. Oh, he's got knight b5. Yeah, I should not have done this. Okay, let's just doom. Whatever. Let's just go back. The rook is fine here. Actually, let's go here. Bishop is very good on f5. Maybe e4, maybe knight d3 is the threat here. Let's go here. Okay, goes rook f1. I want to go c6, but I can't quite make it work. Just go here, I guess. Okay, go here and takes. I don't like what I've done. I've really misplayed this game. Oh, I gave c5 too, but I have d5. I didn't even see that. I'll just take. Be very careful here. The side sub. I have d4. Wait, if I take, he goes king g2. I'll go d4 here. I mean, I feel like this has to be good. Oh, I forgot. This is 3-0. There's no increment here. I just realized. So I need to be faster. I need to legitimately be faster here. Okay, let's go here. Maybe rook c8. Yeah, I just forgot that it's 3-0. This could be unpleasant. Let's go here. Here. Let's go here. Go here. Let's go here.
Good evening, Higa.
Yeah, I'm not playing well though. This is a very bad first game. I really don't want to. Whatever. Let's just take and take. I think I go here maybe. I should actually just try to make a draw here. Oh my god, what was that? Jeez. What am I doing? Yeah, I don't know what I'm doing. I forgot this is 3-0. Yeah, I was too slow. I'm gonna just resign to save time. I was just too slow in that game. Just too slow at the start.
And what an exciting first game. Holy smokes. I mentioned it right at the beginning of the broadcast because I actually had to remind myself what this tournament was all about. And you heard Hikaru say it there on his stream. He realized kind of late into the game that it was actually 3-0. And that's so important to remember that most of these guys with, since it's been kind of a while since the last Arena Kings and there's been Title Tuesdays every week, they've had to remember and adjust to the fact that, hey, there's actually no increment. There's no +1, there's no +2. Once it comes down to the end, it is all about the flagging. And kind of the key moment in this game, if I can go back a little bit, was actually right around here where I think Hikaru said on his stream he was basically ready to go for a draw because it's 31 seconds to 27 seconds. Hikaru knows as well as the next person that Yospam is incredibly fast and incredibly fast with the mouse. And instead, what he got himself in trouble doing was allowing Queen G6, Queen to H7. Mate is threatened, and now White's in this position where at any point Bishop E6, Bishop F5 is going to be repetition. So White can do whatever he wants here with the rook. Rook B3. I think probably Rook D3 was favored because it hits the queen and intends Rook D7. So Rook D3 might have been the nastier move, but once you cover the F7 square, then Queen H7 is just going to be mate. So once Hikaru missed that, you can see all of a sudden 26 seconds to 16. The time advantage opens up, and then with time ticking down, 25 seconds to 12 and a half, he's got more than, well, from Hikaru's perspective, he got, let's say, half the time of his opponent, and it's just not going to be good enough. The other thing about Arena Kings is that you have these tough matchups early on in the event when 3,000 players are playing other 3,000 rated players. So it's really tough event, especially in round one. But there's more games to check out as there aren't rounds, right? This is collect as many wins, as many points as you can in the amount of time available. So there are lots more games to check out. And let's see if we can check in with some of our other streamers taking part in the event. As I see, Nemo is entrenched in a game right now, and let's hear her thoughts.
She only call me when I'm in the A. The body look perfect, we know that she fake. I want a couple million in safe. It's hard to commit when these bitches get shady. So I had to buy a Birkin, she was hurting. On the surface, she just like another person. When she hurt, she like to hide it. Keep inside and let it ride, it's never worth it. Flex for Insta in the moment, she been hoping for some closure. Getting closer to the moment where she break it down. She need me now, she needs the help, she's coming over. I can't help shawty, I'm too faded. I can't help shawty, you too fake. It's not safe for me in this room, I'm jaded. It's not safe, shawty, you are not safe, shawty. I know you look bad, but I'm not like them other guys. I know the game like a ref, I'm so used to it. All of my guys got 100 stripes. I gotta stay in the bag, I need it, I gotta get it like 100 times. I gotta stay in the bag, retirement money, I get it at 25. Bitch, bitch, I go get it at 25. I'ma get that shit at 25. Bitch, I got my shit at 25. King of my city, when I hit the city, my bros coming with me, they let it slide. Bitches come in and they let it slide. Don't put the brakes when I get inside. Remember when I was just getting by, now I'm 2 up, I've been feeling high. They take a look at me, feel the fire.
Fuck.
I said fuck school, probably cause I made more than my teachers. I ain't learned a single lesson, come on baby, I can teach you. I'm a high fool, mama said I'm smoking too much reefer. Hit the plug and then I re-up, used to flip kicks up at recess. I said fuck school, probably cause I made more than my teachers. I ain't learned a single lesson, come on baby, I can teach you. I'm a high fool, mama said I'm smoking too much reefer. Hit the plug and then I re-up, used to flip kicks up at recess. I've been on my grown shit, shawty give me top, suck the whole dick, oh shit. How the fuck you blow up on his own shit? I got a sweet life, cush up on the deck. 20 bitches in my crib and 50 more up in my text. Ever since I got it poppin', I got me some options. If I'm being honest, baby, think I need some more. I can fuck with this little bitch, she want my Jimmy, want my kids. Got a blast, I got it dead. She only love me cause I'm lit. Someone call my mama, go and tell her that I made it. Got these bitches dancing naked, now they got me in their playlist. If you bitches tryna work, you better pay me for my
Oh no. Bro, I need to play faster.
And wow, that was a nice little jam session, hey guys? That was a nice little jam session. Yeah, cat jams in the chat. Unfortunately, I seem to be bad luck, so I'm maybe gonna go easy on the next person. Hopefully, we can bring some good luck. Everybody that I come to spectate is just losing. I'm just terrible. So what we saw here was aka Nemsko. That's Nemo, but her Twitch username aka Nemsko on Twitch, and she's streaming the event right now. As you can see, she had unfortunately a tough end game. We caught it when she was only down a pawn in this particular end game here. And I think as soon as things got traded, I mean, unfortunately here, even though you have the time advantage, the fact that the end game is so simple for black to play is what does it. The king, you know, just joins the action, the H pawn pushes, and unfortunately the knight is just not able to do anything. So she tried her best, but there's nothing you can do against this. She actually got the time really low for her opponent, and without that increment, there's always a chance to go for a flag. But her opponent looks like is very comfortable playing with low time, and wasn't quite enough. So she'll be continuing in the tournament. But one thing about the Arena Kings is that when you win multiple games in a row, you go on a hot streak. So if you draw or you lose a game, unfortunately, you don't collect as many points as someone else who's winning 3, 4, 5 games in a row. So it's all about collecting as many points as possible. And as you can see from the standings on screen, you know, there's a number of strong players up at the top, but you'll also have the occasional lower rated player who jumps off to a speedy start. So yeah, you'll love to see those 534s in the lead. Absolutely. But that's the idea for today. We're going to be jumping around from streamer to streamer. So shout out to AK Nemsko streaming from Canada, actually. So big shout out to her, because I've coached her actually on the Canadian women's Olympic team. Played alongside her many times. So it's nice to see the more Canadian streamers. And well, speaking of Canadian streamers, it looks like Eric is. I think he's taking control of an end game right now, and looks to put some wins together. Let's see what he has to say.
Whoa! Look at this event. You get 2100s and GMs back. Like that's the style. Okay, check. Let me grab. Let me castle. Rook e1. This is the bishop e5 check variation against the Najdorf. Very lazy, but easy to play. Okay. I don't know this line, but it's okay. This is like a French. You could say it's a good French, but I also have some space. Oh my, what is this? Everyone disrespects me these days. Is this theory? Maybe this is theory. Chilean theory. Holy smokes. Let me go here. He didn't even fall for oof. This Chilean theory has me confused. It looks very effective. But he's playing real fast. Okay, that's okay. Now I'm starting to get bothered. I think everyone's gonna beat me today. B4. How do I break through? B4 gives knight C4. I don't want to do that. How do I break through? I need to bring more boys. Let's start. Drop my queen back so I can go knight D3. Okay. Rook here. Prepare B4. Check. Takes. Check. Try to play queen C7. Check. If here, I'll go B4. Let's go queen C7. Like, this has to be good. Let's start queen here. I'm attacking this bishop, and I want to go rook C7 next move. Yeah, I just want to checkmate, buddy. He spent like 30 moves castling. He could have just castled the traditional way. But it's 2021. No one does things traditionally anymore. That's why all the chess bros are single. It's just too tough these days. Hey, Donnie Tsunami. Glad you caught that video. That's a KO. We'll count that. You can't. He's losing a piece, so he's getting mated with rook C7. King takes B7. That's fair, bus driver.
That is a we got to see a live KO. That's what I like to see. You got to see Chess Pro KO on a Chess.com stream. KO's in chat, guys. There you go. There you go. We I don't always get to like watch, commentate, spectate an Eric game and then get a KO live here with Chess.com and Chess TV. That's what we like to see. It's actually kind of funny in this game for some reason. Eric's opponent, Castor, which is, I think it's Rodrigo Vasquez, he decided to go king d7, which probably caught everyone, as you could hear from the video there, caught Eric off guard as well. And he was saying afterwards, you know, bishop e7, a guy could go from normal to castling. But I think he saw the ideas of like the knight sneaking in, and at some point this queen getting out to g4 and putting a lot of pressure on g7. So he said, look, the safest place for me to be is on the queen side, and it's not the easiest to react to, right? Because after this, you know, the king is actually fairly safe. Bishop can just develop normally. So it was actually impressive how Eric took advantage of this, because you can see by the evaluation bar, it's actually right around equal. Nothing too special here in this game, and it was actually the rooks not being connected, which ultimately caused Black to get a bad position here. Because if Black had a little bit more space, if that queen was maybe off the last rank or something, then the rooks would be connected. Or if that rook was just on the other side here, would all be different. But having to take a rook back with your king, generally not a good thing. And Eric pounced on his opportunity here. Queen c7, sort of underestimated or missed by his opponent. And then after queen b6, rook c7 is just a knockout blow. So that was a nice KO we got to see from Eric. And as always, I mean, I always remind you guys that I am streaming over on the Chess Pro channel, but there you go. The Chess Pro channel is actually live right now, and Eric is there streaming his perspective of Arena Kings Week 1. So big reminder, guys, both Eric and myself stream on the Chess Pro channel. Feel free to check it out. But based on the KOs that I'm seeing in chat right now, it seems like we got a lot of the Chess Pros here in chat. So what's up, F8B9? But like I said, the arena stops for no one. So started with 120 minutes of action. 20 minutes have elapsed so far. And we're going to take a look at yet another game from a Chess.com streamer, ChessCoachNet, who is one of the OGs, been streaming for a while. Let's hear his thoughts on his games.
Okay, maybe.
A, C8, bishop, takes, D5, knight, E5.
Dude was like, draw? I'm like, no. Dude was like, draw? No.
Queen, E2.
Wants to play this.
A6, bishop, E3.
What if I go here, though?
Queen, B4.
Just gonna tease him a little bit and see what he does. I also have queen here.
A3.
I also have queen here.
Queen, B3.
Let's just dance around a little bit, see if we can't make it awkward for him.
Rook, A, C1.
All right, so this is a double
C4,
attack, right?
Bishop, D4.
Knight takes pawn. Plays rook over, pinning me.
Purchase your tracks.
So
Knight,
let's
D7.
get these guys off the board.
Bishop, takes, G7. King, takes.
Now this
G7.
pawn is loose for real. We also have knight
Rook,
takes pawn
F2.
here. Can I take this? What's he gonna do?
Knight, takes, A3. B, takes, A3. Rook, takes, C3. Rook, takes, C3. Queen, B2.
Why these guys be playing like this? Oh, let's check.
Queen,
Okay.
takes, B2. Rook, takes, B2. Knight, C5. Bishop, F1. E6. D, takes, E6. F, takes, E6. King, G2. G5.
I'm gonna
Rook,
walk up.
B6. Rook, D8. Bishop, C4. King, F6. King, F2. King, E5. King, E3. Rook, F8.
I also have pawn push.
Bishop, E2.
And push now.
H5.
What's he gonna do?
A4.
If I push here, what does he do?
A5. H takes. G3. H takes. G3. Rook. D8. F4. Check. G takes. F4. Check. King. F6. Rook. B1. Rook. H8. Rook. G1. Rook. H3. Check. Bishop. F3. Knight. B3. Rook. G8. Knight takes. A5. Rook. D8.
That's another master going down.
E7. Rook,
You are witnessing
D8,
another
King, D7.
master
F5.
sleeping with the fishes.
E takes. F5. E takes. F5. Knight. C4. Check. King. F4. B5.
Let's have this little
B7,
lightweight check.
King. C8. Rook. A7. A5. F6. Knight. E5.
Oh, he missed that move. He missed bishop check.
Bishop. D5.
Let's see. He missed bishop check. So let's go
King,
here.
B8. Rook. G7.
I'm just gonna
A4.
sack.
King. F5.
Purchase your tracks today.
Push this pawn again. All right.
Rook. H2. King. E6.
Let's go here.
F2. B7, check, king, C8, rook,
I missed it.
takes, B5, knight, G4, F7, king, D8, rook, B8, check, king, C7, rook, takes, F8, rook,
20 seconds.
takes, F8, knight, E5, rook, F4, A3, rook, A4, knight, D3, knight, C5, check, king, F7, king, B6, rook, H3.
Oh, I
white
flagged, okay.
wins on time.
Well played. I'm not even mad. You kept it
E4,
complicated
C5,
enough.
Knight, F3.
Ooh, that was a tense game. That was a tense game. Can we give a shout out to the lights there from ChessCoachNet? You know, some lights to rival my own. I had to actually change my lights in the background so we wouldn't be matching. Didn't want to steal his thunder there. But shout out to ChessCoachNet. He's been streaming for a while now, and as he mentioned, he's like another master sleeping with the fishes. So he's clearly out to take names in this tournament, and he probably has been in the event so far because he's had another master. So he must be on a hot streak. And right here, we actually saw him for the majority of this game outplaying his opponent, who's very similarly rated but slightly higher rated. Shout out to Lethbridge Chess, actually. That's Moj, who's been on the Chess Pro channel a few times. But ChessCoachNet here, he's got these 2 extra pawns in the end game, and I think right around here we saw some kind of critical mistakes. First of all, King D7 is fine. It looks like he's trying to play King C7 to hit the rook, maybe defend this pawn. Then you can start to get the knight out and the pawns rolling. His critical mistake was actually right around here. After playing Knight C4, what he's faced with is a hanging pawn on B7, hanging twice. And the fact that if you move it, which is what he did, he probably overlooked that after this check, the king cannot go up the board anymore. And having to be on the back rank with this pawn coming and, the bishop and king still able to come in, these pawns can no longer move. If you play b4, well, you lose that pawn. If you play a5, you lose the b pawn. So what he created was, unfortunately, a position where neither pawn could move. And those pawns are his advantage. He's up 2 pawns here. There they are, and they can't move at all. So right around here, I think what we needed to see from ChessCoachNet was actually getting the king over to attack the rook and sort of kick it out. And on top of that, maybe putting pressure on this bishop. I think that by not bringing the king over, bringing the knight in first, and by the decision to take this pawn, if you don't play this move and you bring the knight in first, unfortunately what happens is this pawn gets up the board, the king starts advancing, and what we saw in this game, let me just get back to the official moves here, was once the king got on the last rank, f5, the white king walks in, the bishop gets in, and because it's a 3-minute game, there's no increment to save him in this position. So what ends up happening is the king walks in, takes the pawn, the knight loses support, and then all of a sudden that pawn queens. So it's a tough position he got himself in here, but shout out to ChessCoachNet. You guys can check out his Twitch channel. He is streaming this event, and no doubt he'll be streaming as many of these as he can. So this is what we got going on right now, guys. If you just joined us, we got the Arena Kings Week 1 Monday Arena, and we're going to keep taking a look at these sort of sneak peeks or previews of the streamers as they're streaming these matches. If you want to win prizes in this event, you got to stream your matches. And for those wondering, hey, look at those standings, Amon. How come there's 1400s, 1300s up there? Where's Hikaru? Where are all those strong GMs up near the top? We see Benjamin Bach there. We see some title players, Bortnick as well. But the point of Arena Kings is that everyone has a pretty fair chance to win prizes because you play against people that are around your rating. You might play people a bit above you, people a bit below you, but in general, you get a lot of games with people around your rating. So if you're 1200, you can win the event as well. There are prizes for under 1250, et cetera, et cetera. So just want a quick reminder about how the prizes work and how the pairings work in this tournament. So we're gonna keep going. We're gonna take a look at Chess Dojo here, Chess Dojo Live. and see if we can hear some behind the scenes commentary from Kostik Kubitsky.
Alright, let's try this one. Don't tell Jesse and David I did this, okay guys? Oh, we have to have Arena Kings in the title? Is that a thing? I didn't know that. Does it have to be, it has to be a command? I didn't know that. Oh, okay. I'll change it. Thanks for letting me know. Is that better? Oh shoot. I gotta try not to flag also. Oh darn, that's a good move. We are flagging big time. Not good. Oh no. Oh no. Oh man. Brutal. Yeah, next match. Nepo always playing so fast, yeah. Brutal.
All right, welcome back, guys. that was unfortunately, we just watched a guy just get flagged, and that is the unforgiving part of this Arena Kings format. But it's what helps it move along quickly. What I noticed while we were watching that game is that Bach, Grandmaster Benjamin Bach, kind of found himself a puzzle rush type of victory. And if anyone's been tuning in to Grandmaster Bach's streams, twitch.tv/GM Benjamin Bach, they will have known that he has been doing puzzles nonstop. In fact, myself, your friendly commentator here, I even joined him on stream just yesterday as we attempted the puzzle survival world record. So he is quite the solver. And in this game, he's playing matched up against a near 3,000 player. And although the beginning of this game is not very eventful and admittedly rather boring, we can see that as we move along here, the pace really picks up. And I would say Bach is nursing maybe a slight advantage here, just with this pawn being a target and the more active queen. And his opponent makes the mistake of giving up the c file, and we see here this nice tactic: rook takes c3. And how does he plan to follow that up? It looks like just rook for a knight for nothing. And he hits him with queen d1, king h2, knight g4, check, only one move, king to h3. And now there might be a lot of moves that come to mind, but white is threatening to play, let's say, rook c1 and stop queen h1. So the move f5 is probably very good, but not completely winning. Maybe not completely winning. So a nice tactic here just goes queen h1, says, look, you can take that knight, and then after queen check and queen check mate, that will be it. So a nice little finish there, and Bach, taking on a near 3,000 rated opponent. There's a reason that you now see Grandmaster Benjamin Bach at the top of the standings list, first place in the Arena Kings. So there is a reason for that, and it's games and tactics like this. So keep that in mind, guys. We are also going to keep going with the dipping into to other streams, and I think we're going to check out Nalger, who is the Chess.com Turkish manager. So let's check in with a bit of a lower rated stream and hear her thoughts.
I don't know. This, that. Night jump. Sugar, oh, honey, sugar. Oh, honey. You are my candy girl, and you got me wanting you. Okay, let's go here. Honey. Oh, sugar. Okay, they want this. Okay, let's take the direction. Better save that story. This, that. Poof. Oh, sugar. Honey. You are my candy girl, and you got me wanting you. Oh, honey. Oh, there's this. Oh, sugar. You are my candy girl. How did I not see that? Oh my god, I'm blind. Am I the only stupid person in the world? Maybe. Yeah, I'm also disappointed, to be honest. Sugar. Oh, honey. You are my candy girl. I can't believe I'm getting beaten by a... Oh, sugar. It's probably made. But we'll do other. Honey. You are my candy girl. Oh my god. Is it the draw? Really? I cannot cross here. I don't have an exit. Okay, yeah. Okay, let's see. Oh my god, I throw 900. Oh my god, I'm so bad. I'm so bad in blitz. Because I always play 50.
Now, I'd like to be the first to offer a correction. She is not so bad for drawing a 900. When there is checkmate in 2 on the board, she got a draw when there's checkmate in 2 on the board. That's what we call an amazing performance. That's what we call an amazing performance. Look at what just happened here. It's funny because there were all sorts of blunders, and then the game just ended peacefully. Almost the most fair result when there are blunders on both sides. So just a small piece of advice. If you're getting attacked here, use the other rook, because look, this rook is already doing a great job on the open file, and this rook on h8 is not doing that much. And unfortunately, when you go this way, what ends up happening is kind of what did happen, opening up the c file. Now here, that's actually a free piece, but this gets targeted, and here we already have the checkmating net. Rook c8 and rook c7 is checkmate in 2. But queen g4, this is almost like a move that you would find me playing on my stream when I'm trying to, find a checkmate in 1. You look for better. Queen g4, offering an entire queen, and there's still checkmate on the board, but neither player in this game actually noticed that, oops, the other rook can join the party, and actually it was a repetition here, and the players agreed to a draw. So a peaceful result here in what started as I was waiting for the checkmate to appear on the board, and I said, hey, let's go check out her stream. Nobody that I've watched so far except Eric has been able to get a win while I've been watching, and I was waiting for this this checkmate to happen. I thought, oh, this is terrible, I've jinxed it again, but we got on the board with a draw. So as you can see, she plays at a 1200 level, but it's always nice to check in with players of all skill levels, because that's what streaming is all about. It's not just about being the highest rated player, and not everyone just watches the highest rated player play. It's all about the entertainment. And she, as you could tell by the nice 60s music that was jamming there, she certainly knows how to entertain. So I think she streams in English and in Turkish, so doesn't matter which language you're interested in hearing, but if you are Turkish, that is definitely the stream that you should probably check out next. So big shout out to her. And I think we're going to check in with our boy Hess, Grandmaster Robert Hess. So from 1200 all the way up to Grandmaster level, let's see how the thoughts differ.
Really want to do that, but I can think about it. I can also play e5 and try to push that pawn through, but I'll take with the rook on f5. Why not? This bishop is just a beast. Hey, thanks CD, Lotremont. Appreciate that. Appreciate the sub there. Why am I dropping so many frames? I think it's because y'all are being too supportive and my connection can't handle it. Why is an 1139 first? Because when you play people in your rating range, so right now Bortnick is just crushing it, and he's 2890, which is really impressive because he beat people like me. But you, generally speaking, play people that are similar to your rating. Oh, do I sack this exchange? I simply must. I feel like I have to. Oh, that blunders that pawn. Oh my goodness. Rook takes f6, just absolutely begging to be played. Okay, I just couldn't help it anymore. Couldn't help it. This king. I'm going to go checkmate it. I don't know which way exactly I'm going to checkmate it, but oh gosh. Here. Who's messaging me? A million messages. So if I go e5, I protect my bishop, which allows me to go mate. Because if you take here, queen h6, I ignore it. Oh, that scared me. Thank you, Justin Conclusive, for the 1,000 bits. I deserve it. I don't know if I deserve anything, but thank you so much. Appreciate that. All right, let's take with the pawn and then go in for the checkmate. I've made my plan very clear to everybody. How does that not lead to rampant cheating? You know, if people are going to cheat, they're going to cheat. I don't know what you want me to say about that. Okay, I want to mate like 4. All right, watch this. This is going to be instructive for everybody, okay? I'm going to put my queen here. Only move is this, and then I'm going to bring my rook right there because the rook is needed to defend the square. So if you take this, that's checkmate right there on g7, okay? That's checkmate right here. So take my rook, have fun with it. Checkmate is next. Resignation time. That was a pretty sweet game. I'm going to be honest with you all.
Well, look at that. I brought some good luck. And the best part about spectating a Grandmaster Hess game is that he does all the heavy lifting. He explained it all to you guys. So I don't have to do anything right now. You know, he did a great job explaining here. Now, he was matched up against someone, you know, about 400 points lower rated than him, but still a very strong player approaching 2,500. So no easy task, but I love the decision to go for rook takes f6 here. And I'm only going to reiterate because Hess said it all. It is all about setting up queen h6 to g7 mate. And probably the most important part of this tactical sequence is that if this move ever happens, bishop takes g2, you do not take it back. If you take it back, there will follow queen c6. That's a check, and it hits the f6 pawn. So you're going to lose your pawn, and then there's no checkmating threat. So really important to know that bishop takes g2 is not a check, and it does not need to be reacted to. It's all about queen h6 and queen g7, king h8. And as you can see here, the threat is simply queen h6 and the follow-up exactly as Hess indicated. And this queen, the issue is you can never use the queen to, you know, either guard that pawn or attack that pawn rather, or guard the last rank. You can't use it at all because it's tied to this bishop. So black is hoping, hey, I'm going to take this bishop, get rid of that. White takes back, and then I get out of trouble with maybe queen d8 or queen c6 as I indicated. But the problem is the queen is stuck to the bishop, and there's no way you can trade these bishops without wasting a move. And that move white is going to use, as we see here, to play queen h6 and rook e8. Just a beautiful move there. If knight to f8, that'll be taken. No difference in the position. And queen g7 is the next move. And that's going to happen anyways. So even if black goes here or something crazy, and you think, oh, you know, if takes, then the queen gets to take back. Well, the nice thing is it's queen g7 checkmate anyways, and the game still finishes all the same. So pretty impressive game by Bach, not Bach, actually, Grandmaster Hess. I say Bach because that's who we're going to check out next, who's put together a number of impressive games as he finds himself atop the Arena Kings leaderboard. Let's hear what one of our favorites has to say.
Rook c8. e4. Huh. It's a good move, I guess. Okay, I'm just gonna take. I can take with the knight, but then I take. He has some weaknesses. He has some weaknesses in his pazis. It's normal position. Okay, he takes with the pawn. I think I have to go, yeah, I cannot allow e5, so I go e5 myself. Drop back the queen. f5 makes sense for him, yep. Okay, we are just going to maybe g5, make sure my knight cannot. Let's go g5. I don't like if he would kick the knight eventually. Okay, I go b5. It's not the end of the world. Knight d2, maybe queen a5. Or queen b6. Let's go queen b6. I mean, he can take, but I'll give a check. If rook f2, I think this is annoying. Okay, he goes there. I think h6 is a move. Or rook d8. Now I'll go rook d8. My point is to go h6, hit the queen, and if he moves the knight, he hangs e4. If he goes rook d1, maybe then I'll go h6 and queen e3, and just take the pawn on c3. It will get a bit messy. Hikaru got flagged by Bortnick, damn. Oh shoot, he has queen g3 there. Should have just gone h6 and queen e3 right away. Okay, rook d1, maybe some move like queen, maybe something like takes and I don't know. Wait, what? Okay, but I just take? What is he smoking? Very disappointing, very poor by my opponent. Okay, we win this game. I'm just gonna mark this up as a win. Let's keep going. Not the bestest technique in the world, but I'm just gonna take and take. Okay, rook a2, fossilizing. Rook g1. Let's see. Knight a5 rook b4 is annoying. Let's move the knight. Oh shoot, have to move. What am I doing? Okay, here. Okay, we take on e4 and we should be winning somehow. Okay, we fossilize him. Okay, let's just pin. Knight e4 is made. Okay, checkmate. We keep going. Very important.
And there you have a good look at why Grandmaster Benjamin Bach is indeed among the top 3 on the leaderboard for the majority of this tournament. He's up there with Alexander Bortnick and such company. But there you go, a nice game. You heard his reaction to I think it was the Peace Blunder. So what is this guy smoking? And believe me, I was searching in the break and I wasn't able to come up with the answer. I don't know. But when a guy from the Netherlands is asking that, it means he's really curious. Knight e4 is a great finish there to this game. But I actually want to bring attention to a move that he made earlier in this game, which I don't think a lot of us would do. And it was this move right here. It looks innocuous. It's just a recapture, but I mean, I think everyone would capture towards the center here. Myself, hey, my hand's raised, myself included. But f takes is actually a really interesting way to play, where you're saying, look, if you castle kingside, you've actually made some dark square weaknesses. This queen, this bishop, both on all the dark squares here, and maybe you can follow up with the move g5 to stop f4. In this game, he chose to play bishop e5. Didn't choose to play the move g5, probably because knight f3 would happen, and then this isn't possible. He wanted to trade the bishops, and then, as we see here, the game was just played entirely on the dark squares. So g5, e5, and the game was even won on the dark squares as well. He's down a pawn here, but h6 is a huge threat. The queen can't go back to either of these 2 squares, and the knight on d2 is going to be hanging if the queen goes to h4, the only other available square. So this b takes c4 move, unfortunately, just hangs an entire piece, and there's no coming back, especially against a grandmaster like Bach after you hang a piece like that. So that was just an interesting kind of instructive moment. In your games, you might not want to repeat that one too often, but it's something to experiment with, because there are these exceptional moments where playing f takes g, recapturing, and this goes for white too, f takes g3 or f takes g6 is actually going to be the better move, or it creates an imbalance that can be interesting to play with. Opens up the f file. It's a much more aggressive way to play. So I thought that was an interesting decision by Bach, and ultimately it led him to a position which he took advantage of tactically, won a piece, and then he won the exchange, and then he got a nice little smothered mate of sorts with the knight at the end. So nice game by Mr. Bach. And we are going to continue our spree of sort of browsing around the chess categories. So many people, we're not even halfway through this tournament right now. There's more than an hour left in this 2-hour Arena Kings today. We're going to take a look at Min Lei. You might know him as WonderfulTime, one of the best blitz and bullet players on the Chess.com website. And let's take a look for ourselves.
Is that only faster? Yeah, I know that. I'm not playing good enough. This is not good as well. But okay, it's not the end of the world for me. Damn, must have been 4. Well, must have been 4. That's funny. But what this? Hopefully it's not blunder. Hopefully it's not blunder. This looks so cool. I cannot even, I cannot even stop thinking about that. But it seems to be a blunder, sadly. He defended with ace. No, it's not working. Just it's not going anywhere. No, it's not going well. Just make it quick, resign. Oh shit.
And that was quicker than the Min Lei fans out there would have liked to see that game. He was up against Hikaru, so didn't realize that as we would drop in on Min Lei's stream, he'd be up against Hikaru of all people. And that actually propels Hikaru up to number 2 overall. But looking at this game, it looked like Min Lei, he utilized at the end, first of all, a strategy that people have to keep in mind for this tournament, which is if it's not going well for you or you think you're about to lose this game, there's no need to have it take the full 6 minutes of a blitz game. I mean, you can resign the game and just get to the next one. Remember, the goal is to win or collect as many points as possible. So if you know that you're probably going to lose a game, it makes sense to resign it early and get out of there. So I think that's what we saw there right at the end from WonderfulTime. But what we saw earlier here was he was very attracted to this move, knight d4. And sometimes that's just the beauty of chess captivates us a lot more than the objective evaluation. And after rook a1, bishop d7, rook a5, knight d5, rook a1, knight c7, right here he got so intrigued by this move, knight d4. And you can see the evaluation bar does not like this move. The idea being pawn takes, there would follow rook a7. And if you get a hold of that knight on c7, suddenly the e7 pawn is hanging. This d6 pawn becomes loose after e7 drops. And you can see exactly what he was thinking about here. So I've fallen victim to that as well. Many strong players can attest. That's exactly what happens. You get so attached to a move, it looks beautiful. You know, when do you get to place your knight on a square in the center of the board where it can just be taken seemingly for free, but it actually seems to work out for you. But Hikaru shows that calm, cool reaction where he just gets out of the tactic, defends the knight again, and says, well, now you got to move the knight. And then the pawn that Hikaru had been building up to take for the last, multiple moves is finally able to be taken. So I think Min Lei just fell victim there to playing a move that looked so tempting he couldn't refuse. And indeed it was too hard to refuse. So make sure to check out his stream though. Min Lei, he's streaming under twitch.tv/GMMinlei, I believe. And he's, as I mentioned, one of the, if not the, top 3 players on chess.com. His bullet rating, blitz ratings are, insane. He's got high ratings of like 3,300. Just to put that in perspective, there's probably only a handful of people on the whole website that have that. So super entertaining player to watch. He streams and plays from Vietnam. So maybe that time zone will align with your schedule, depending on where you're watching from in the world. But super nice guy and an incredibly strong player. So we're going to keep going around the carousel here. And now we're going to go and check out Joe Bruin, who is streaming his perspective in week 1 of Arena Kings.
You still call me Superman. You be there holding my hand. I'll keep you by my superhuman mind. I don't know. Knight here is a good move. Put you back on solid ground. You still call me Superman. You be there holding my hand. I'll keep you by my side with my superhuman mind. Alright. We should be winning this one. All right. Next game. Chesslas from Spain.
And there we go. Nice to get a win in for Joe Bruin. We got to see his technique in action there, and we got to even see the checkmate on the board right before his opponent flagged, 0.2 seconds. Want to touch on a few points from that game that we saw. First of all, the earlier tactics here got a little bit messy. Joe is a 2150 player. He's playing a guy just under 1900, and what we saw here was he took this pawn, knight takes e4, trying to go for a tactic where if knight takes e4, f5, and it's pinned to the queen, overlooking that when he plays f5, he's giving up this check. And the check allows white to basically get off scot-free, winning a piece, but it's almost like he totally forgot about it. After queen takes queen and rook takes d5, this knight just needs to move, well, basically anywhere, and white's up a piece. But instead, the blunder, rook d1, is the last move you want to see. And after this, it's actually Joe who has the upper hand. So fast forward to the end game, and I just want to give a tip of the hat to Joe's technique here. You really want to play the move king e5, maybe infiltrate here. But when you play king e5, it's not always nice to be faced with knight to g4 check. He plays h5. And then when the rook comes, you don't want to deal with rook f5 check. So he plays g6. And I thought that was great technique. It's hard to advance the pawn without losing this guy. So white decides to take. He takes with check, takes back, and then goes rook e2 to h2. And finally, that king walks into e5, picks up all the pawns. So I just thought this game was converted in, honestly, a flawless way, even going to pick up the knight. So really wanted to give a shout out to Joe for some great technique there in that game, which might not always go appreciated. And for those that don't know, Joe Bruin streams over at Twitch. So make sure to check out his channel, Joe Bruin, as it's written. And he also does quite a lot to bring collegiate chess to the viewers on Twitch. So you guys might remember the Pro Chess League that Chess.com runs. Collegiate chess is very similar in the sense that they have 4 players per team, and Joe does a lot of work on his channel bringing that coverage to you guys. So in American collegiate chess, there'll be teams of 4 matching up against other teams, and Joe brings you the commentary. So that's really cool. If you haven't seen that on his channel, go check it out. But he also streams probably in one of the most unique ways. He usually has a camera of his fishbowl on stream. So totally unique streamer, definitely a personality that you're going to want to check out in the chess directory if you haven't before. And we're going to keep moving around here. So that was Joe Bruin. Now we're going to move on to Angelica. Angelica Chessborn on Twitch. And let's see what's going on in her experience with Arena Kings this week.
Better. Because, it's kind of okay, but it's not the best, guys. It's just not the best. We'll try this one, but I don't know how better it is going to be, but... Okay, and this one is lagging. Okay, some also not such a good stuff. Next, please. Next, please. Please, man. Take. Oh, maybe shop is singing. No. Blunder so well. Oh my god, that's just amazing. Just amazing. Am I... Am I the only one who thinks that music got worse? Maybe it's not, but... Virginia is a streamer. Good luck, good luck. And Virginia, you're just playing, right? You're not streaming. Okay, you hear the start already to lag. Already started to lag, so we are going to. Okay, wait. First of all. The time is running up. Okay, that was very bad. That was very bad. I should have clicked easily, but I didn't do it.
Wow, that might have been one of the most entertaining matches that that we got to see today. I know it might not have been the highest rated, but not only do we have a guy that maybe people will recognize from the Chess Bros streams, Rodoloy 5, Vic the Man, one of the Chess Bros longest subs actually. Shout out to Vic. But Angelica, I was ready to be like, hey, Angelica has the second best music on Twitch after the Chess Bros. I was really like, I kid you not, guys. While I was in the break there and you guys were listening to the stream, I was actually head rocking to that music there. And I think the music was so good that she actually had to turn off because she said it was lagging her stream. So it's understandable. It's understandable. But I was really enjoying that. So that seems like a very fun stream to hang out in. Looks like she's about 1950, 2000, and got great music taste, as you can see. I loved the action in this game because it was so back and forth. There were blunders left, right, and center. I thought the opening phase went in Angelica's favor. Big time. This is just a great position here. Wins a pawn, 2 bishops, kicking the queen around. And as you heard, the exclamations of despair after bishop f5 drops a full piece. And what goes on to happen is some simplifications, a second piece, and now black is completely winning, 16 seconds to 23. But this move right here, bishop e2, drops the entire game, drops 2 pieces. And actually in this position, it's Angelica who's favored to win, which is why you heard her at the end of the game lamenting what had happened, saying, oh, I should have won that. That was bad by me. It's because right here, 13 seconds to 4.6. There's no need to pre-move as much as she did. And right here, of course, this is an easy win. But pre-moving, you got to know when to pre-move, if you should pre-move, and where to pre-move. And right here, that was none of those things. Unfortunately, a really bad pre-move. It cost a full queen. And maybe black is the favorite to win here. But again, Angelica showing the speed with the mouse, and it ended up in a peaceful result from a pretty insane game. So I particularly enjoyed that one. Angelica is one of the newer streamers in the Chess.com program, so someone to definitely check out. So Angelica on Twitch. And for now, we are going to keep going on the cycle, but we're going to go back to someone who I think you guys might have heard of before. That's right, it's Grandmaster Hikaru bringing us the best of his high-level commentary.
I think he's gonna resign. Okay, he's not gonna resign. Okay, I guess I just take. Okay, resigns. Let's keep going. Next game, the Bortnick loses and I win, I will overtake him. But I get Jocelyn. This is not the pairing I wanted. Who is Bortnick playing? He's playing Gato. Okay, let's play here and here. I think Queen D6 is fine. Queen D7 is also okay. Maybe I go H6 at some moment. I think Rook AH is fine. Why did I do this actually?
Poopsage donated $3.
I think I'm gonna go here.
Hikaru, do you have any relation to Naoki Nakamura, the drift driver from Japan?
Oh, jeez, come on, you guys, seriously. I'm gonna go here. I'm sure this is a bad move, but I want to put pressure on this pawn. That's a free juicer, isn't it? I'm gonna take it. Maybe it's bad, but I'm gonna take it. Knight e5. Knight b6 is a wait. Knight b6, bishop e. Yeah, let's go here and hit this because I hit this too. Because this is important, very important that I have this pin. I don't think there are any good moves here for white. And once I take the bishop on a4, I should be winning. How's Bortnick doing? Bortnick is probably gonna draw. Okay. Okay, I can just take with the queen, I guess. Because this bishop is bad, this knight is bad. I mean, I think I'm doing well here. Why did I do that actually? Wait, what did I just? Whoa, wait a second. What did I just do? Did I just blunder somehow? Wait a second. Knight a4, queen a4. What did I just do? I can actually wait. Can I take? I think I have to do this. This is insane. I'm up a pawn though, so it's still fine. Let's go here. Right. Yeah, I'm up one pawn, so this can't be that bad. Yeah, I can't go king g7. Can't take. This is so tricky. I think I have to do this actually. And I just blundered this too. Or wait, did I? Wait, no. F6, bishop h6. There's got to be some trick here. Like, maybe just here and here. Takes knight b2. It's b3. I think I go here and take. I have to do this. Of course I blunder. Wait, no. I have this and knight b3 and I'm okay. d5, king f7, and I'm fine. Okay, this is completely fine. I just have to play this smart. b4, I guess. Yeah, it's just a draw with rook b1, but I don't care. I have to make a draw here. Maybe I'd rook a8. Just make a draw. Yeah, because I mean the thing is we both don't want to mess this up, because if we don't want to waste time here, like an extra 2 minutes to make the draw. I should have been winning probably after knight b6, but maybe not.
And welcome back. What a game that was. That ended up in a draw, which the funny thing is Hikaru says neither one of us wanted to mess it up, right? So he means that losing the game is, you know, pretty bad for both of them. But the funny thing about a draw is it's actually bad for both of them as well, because a draw also ruins your streak. And when you're collecting points, you want to be as fast as possible, and you want to get on a streak as fast as possible. You get more points if you're on a streak when you win. So it's interesting that he decided to go for a draw there, but you know, it's hard to know the perfect strategy in Arena Kings. Hey, this is only week 1, so maybe that will get perfected over time. What Hikaru will not like to know is that over here on the other board, you heard Hikaru referencing it during his stream there. He was talking about the next time that Bortnick loses or draws and that he wins, he'll overtake him. The top 2 spots that they are currently in right now, Bortnick in first place, Hikaru in second, they're separated by just 4 points, something like that, basically a single game. And in this game right here, I think Hikaru looked over at this game while he was playing that game on stream, and he said, oh, you know, it looks like Bortnick is going to make a draw. And meanwhile, he was feeling optimistic about his game. Turns out in his game, he's the one that got the draw. And over here, Bortnick was playing against, I believe this is this Gadakamsky? I think it is. And then rook a7 was played, which is a terrible blunder. And after bishop takes a7, I mean, the game is just over. So Bortnick claims another win from a position that looked relatively equal. So Hikaru will not like to hear that news, but Bortnick, I believe for now, is going to maintain that first place lead, but Hikaru is on his heels. So the moment that he slips up, Hikaru is going to be able to catch him. So that's what just happened there. Unfortunately, Hikaru got the draw and Bortnick got the win. So the race for the top 2 spots is heating up. And for now, let's take you guys back to the good old Chess Bros and see how Eric's doing. He got a win last time we checked in with him. Let's see if I can be good luck once again.
Here. Yes, you can do that. So let's go here and let me push. And I just want to go a2 next move. He has a check. Okay, what if I go a2? And then queen. Oh, he's got bishop there. That's a good move. I didn't see that, but I'm still doing well here. Let's give it a check. Push. Yep. Momo. The one thing you should focus on, you're asking. Taking your time, playing longer games so that you can analyze and think more. Don't start off with what I'm doing. Playing fast chess and playing poor chess. It's a dangerous loop. Tommy said, Eric's microphone makes me feel like I have a pedophile in my ear. Tommy, I've taken enough L's today. Oh, I'm playing a GM. Oh, the pairing system. I'm in 200th place. Stop giving me GMs. Give me Joe from the streets. What is this? This is like an exam or something. What's... There's like 400 rated players ahead of me in the standings and they're still giving me GMs. At least let me be like spoiler. And he's playing the exchange Slav, which is one of the most low T openings in chess history. It's not a bad opening, but it's very low testosterone. Oh, I'm gonna start getting salty. Like, and then I'm gonna have to blame the vegans again. That's okay. I'm willing to take that. I'm willing to have a completely shattered pawn structure. Just so that the game's imbalanced. That's a necessary risk. Yep, gotta do it. I learned from Castor. He brought his king out and he beat the crap out of me. Is there money involved? No, because I don't have a chance anymore at a prize. Unless everyone like gets booted from the tournament. What if I take here? Let's go there. Let's go here. Oof, dude, I'm like, this is labor, man. I hope people are enjoying the show on Twitch though. Everyone's going for it in the games, see whether I win or lose. Or people aren't going for a draw because the way the tournament is structured is you get rewarded for win streaks. Everything else is not going to really benefit you. I just blundered. Eric, stop talking. Wait a sec. Yeah, it's a blunder. Unfortunately, it's a blunder. I wish it wasn't. It's a huge blunder. I started talking. And okay. That's checkmate. That's checkmate, all right. I'm getting progressively more pissed off because I just was not paying attention here. I don't have a move. Wait. Did I miss something? Maybe I did have a move. Yeah, well, I have no time. He missed something. Yeah, I was...
And welcome back, guys. I think it's one of my favorite things about this format and the way that you drop in on streams is that you pretty much get to see whoever we're dropping in on, unfiltered, being completely honest. And you can tell by that drop in that Eric is not doing well in the tournament. I think he said he's down around 200 or something. And, you know, there's so many people ahead of him in the event. He's still getting paired against GMs. But that's kind of the nature of this event, is that no matter if you're doing well or poorly, you generally get paired with people of similar ratings. So it does give the most fair opportunity for people to win against all odds. You know, the 1500 can win the entire event because they mainly play people from 1000 to 2000 range, whereas Eric might drop down, play a 2100 at some point, but in general, most of his competition is probably going to be 2500 plus. So especially when you're a higher rated player, it's a very, very tough event to play. And as you can see here, he's matched up against 2800 GM. There's just about, I think he started another game. I'm following a few people right now, but he's, let me find his history here. There we go. This is the game I wanted to take a look at, as I think Hikaru is playing Omid, which is a very funny matchup that is occurring right now. Hikaru versus Omid. Let's see if Omid can play spoiler. But as Eric was saying, he's just playing against openings like this where it's hard to pay attention sometimes. If you're an aggressive player, if you're an attacking player, and you're matched up against a guy who's playing the Exchange Slav or even the London, that have those sort of more boring reputations, it can really take the wind out of your sails, so to speak. But I want to check out this attack because Eric was lamenting his decisions here. Obviously here, the main point of e4 is actually that the bishop hits the queen. So at this point, the queen probably needs to move. And right here, after knight g7, it's a nice mating attack because e6, the reason king g8 was played is if king takes on g7, there would follow bishop h6, and the king only has one square, followed by queen e7. And I mean, I don't even think I've seen a position with more checkmates in one move by a single piece than this one. It's quite unique. So as you can see, Eric frustrated with the event, but it will consistently frustrate you until you have an amazing run, and then it'll feel like you're on top of the world. So as is with all these types of events, that's just how it goes sometimes. But we're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep going around the horn here, so to speak, and take a look at more streamers. As I said, it's less than 30 minutes left in the event, so we're gonna try to take a look at as many people as possible. And Eric Leonard Chess is up. Let's see what he has to say in his Arena Kings Season 6, Week 1.
Okay, so maybe I should have castled sooner. I hope it's not too late. I hope it's not a bad choice that I've just made to castle. Oh. We'll see how this goes. I'm up a pawn, but not very confident in this position at all. Gotta stop the mate, I guess. Just worried about this. I'm getting lucky here. Back rank. 477. I might be approaching the leaderboard. Being able
Leaderboard aspirations, that's what we like to hear no matter what the rating is. As we see here, Leonard 8209 on Chess.com. There's a lot to check out in this game because both kings came under full assault in this game. So this is pretty standard, you know, to go queen d5. He's playing a Hikaru here, hitting that pawn, king b1, and pretty much after we see this move right here, there we go. Castling. Castling, as soon as that happens, there's probably bells and whistles going off in his head saying, this is exactly what needs to happen now. F6, g5, just toss absolutely everything towards the king. G5 played, and unfortunately for Leonard, there's some things missed here near the end. Now, g4 was a great move. Why was it great? Because the rook here is guarding that and white cannot take this. Now, white did take it. You might be asking, what's wrong with that? Well, he actually missed in this position queen c2 after rook g8, and it's unfortunate for him. Queen f4 was played, and all he saw was the checks, the aggressive stuff from white. He didn't stop to look at what can he actually do in this position. Queen c2 check, king to a1 force, take that rook, queen c1 force, take that queen. That's checkmate on the board. Would have ended right there, and it's funny enough, after this move, white ends up checkmating himself pretty much in the exact same way, and after collecting a couple free pieces, that is once again going to be a checkmate, and as we call it on the Chess Pro channel, a KO. So Leonard 8209, check him out on Twitch, Eric Leonard Chess. This was a pretty exciting game that we happened to drop into with attacks on both sides of the board here. The arena has only 22 minutes left right now, so we're going to keep going and drop in with King's Bishop before the end of today's arena.
It doesn't do you any good. Your king can't come here. Oh, I can't. I cannot, can I? Razzle fraps. Oh, but why didn't I just go here? I should have.
I'm gonna go here and just give up the pawn. I don't care. Just take it, and I go queen f6. But he has queen e3, and I have to make a draw. Okay, let's try to win, because I mean, we know that a draw here. There's not enough time left to win if I draw this, so I have to go for broke. I'll probably lose the game now, but whatever. Yeah. Oh yeah, okay. That's not gonna do it either. Yeah. Yikes. Yeah. It's better to lose than draw. Well, I mean, the thing is, like, I first is out the window. What can I do?
That is just a glimpse. I had to switch to that game because I saw Hikaru and Eric paired together, and we know what a fierce rivalry those two guys have on Chess.com. This game ended because of a decision that Hikaru made, which is very in line with what happens in these events. So let me see if I can pull that game up here. But yeah, when you're playing these events, you just have to at all times keep in mind the goal, which is to collect as many points as possible. Sometimes you're willing to risk everything to try to get a win in there because a win is so much better than even a draw or a loss. I mentioned earlier that a draw is basically like losing. And Hikaru was in a race. Eric, very much out of the race. He mentioned that he was ready to play spoiler. Well, it looks like he pretty much just did that because Bortnick is at the uncatchable, I want to say uncatchable, 64 points right now, way at the top of the list. Hikaru is in third place, and he absolutely needed that win right there. So he decided to go for broke. I think that right here, he knew as well as anyone else that, you know, moving the king back and allowing the rook to slide up there is just too much, but he decided to go for it anyway because of the tournament situation. But always a tense matchup when Eric and Hikaru are playing. The classic thing happens where Eric sometimes gets a great position, but then Hikaru always comes in with some trick or another, and you know, you get those classic famous clips that circulate Twitch where Eric just can't stand losing over and over again to one of the biggest rivals that he has, which is Hikaru. So exciting moment there. We had to tune in for that one. We're gonna head over now to Grandmaster Benjamin Bach, who must have had a good run because he is still up there in the top 5 in this tournament. Let's hear what's going through his mind right now.
Here. Still number 5. Okay, but we have to get some wins in. E4, okay. Let's go G6 actually. Or you can just take in King G2. This was very stupid. This is not very clever. Because then he will attack me on the open H file. But you know, maybe we can okay, he goes there, I'll take. He takes knight E7. Okay, he goes there. Let's go knight E7 anyway. And I want to go. Okay, he goes there. I think I'll take. And rook here. Queen C7 maybe, just. Oh shoot, he's threatening to sack everything. I mean, if I go Queen F7, he's gonna sack everything. So I'm gonna go Rook G6, bring in some defenders. Exactly, the delayed bomb cloud. Okay, he goes there. Wait, let's see. There's take rook c3. Interesting. Come on. I can also just move but then knight h4. Oh wait, take there. That's okay. I have to move. Wait, I have f6 actually. Why did I not do this 1 hour ago? Okay, this should be good. Okay, he goes there. If I take... No, I'm just gonna take... Yeah, I'm just gonna take. What is he doing? Ah, there he has a... Okay, but I just go e5. Yeah, I just go e5 if he checks me. Yes. King D8 was also a move, actually, much safer. But anyway, E5 should be fine. No, rook takes, I take on G4. Why did that? Rook takes rook E5. Yeah. Okay, he goes there. I think I'll just get my king to safety. It's the wise thing to do here. And his king is wide open. Okay. Let's go here, hit his rook. Just gonna get checkmated. Okay, let's keep going. You're playing Castor. Okay, this is an important game.
And welcome back, guys. That was a very, very big game actually for Bach in the standings, but unfortunately, I think he'll be hard pressed to make a comeback to first place. He's currently, it looks like, in the top 10, but he's just not going at a quick enough pace. One of the most underrated skills in this format is what you have to be able to do is you have to be able to win quickly. And Hikaru up against Yasmin here, I noticed a game going in the background where it was just a very nice conversion here by Hikaru. He found basically the fastest, most efficient way to close out this game. He runs the H-pawn up the board. He's sort of ignoring whatever Black is doing with the pieces, and he goes for the sacrifice and pushes the pawn. He's going to get another queen. He's got many, many more pawns where that came from. So that's just an example of a very clean finish and how to win those games when you really need to be winning, way faster. Some people in this tournament, they're in first place or they're ahead of others, not because maybe they've won more games, because they played more games. They might have a much worse percentage, but a guy who's played 28 games and won, 20 of them is doing better than a guy who's 19 out of 19 or something like that. So it really is a lot about volume as well in Arena Kings. And with 11 minutes and 40 seconds ticking down, although it's a big win for Grandmaster Benjamin Bach, he is streaming his perspective on Twitch. It is not going to be enough for those top 3 places. Those top 3 places are going to be between Bortnick, Grandmaster Castor, and Hikaru is what it looks like. But for now, let's check in with a young chap who's streaming his perspective on Chess.com right now, and his name is Frisky Kid.
Pop! Woo! Let's go! Oh, I just hung E5. Ugh. Doesn't do it. Queen 4. Let's go. Bishop D7. Gonna G8 and F5. What do we take with if he takes? Okay, it doesn't do it. D3. Let's take F6. Thanks for the follow from the Truth ICC. Appreciate it. $5K viewers? What? Wow. Thank you for the follow from weird name, Pink Lizard 77189. Hi Chuck. Thanks for the follow from Ethan Barca09. Really appreciate it. Thanks for the follow from I Fix Fridges. Really appreciate it. Thanks for the follow from Geek on a Bike Mike. Really appreciate it. What's up, guys? Thanks for the follow from Big Phase Aussie. Another follow from OSN 213355. We're in some trouble here. I'm gonna need a miracle. Another follow. Thank you so much. Okay, I need to focus. Another follow. Thank you so much. Okay, guys, I need to focus for a sec, sorry. Thank you so much for the follows, guys. Oh. Another follow. Thank you so much, guys. Wait, I can go King G8. Oh no, never mind. That doesn't work. No, I'm losing all the pawns. No. 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 Sag. Yo, guys, thank you so much. Okay, I need to resign this quickly.
Oh, that is a real Sag in chat, guys. You got to give it to him though. I think he's gonna be a great streamer. Can you get a shout out for that dedication? While he's playing a 3-0 game, he notices his viewer count spike way up, and he's giving a thank you to every single follower that he's getting while he's handling his game and his calculations. and he's shouting out every single username. Very impressive, very impressive. You can tell that Frisky Kid is definitely going to be a good streamer and hopefully a regular participant in these Arena Kings. I think he was in top 10. He may have just been booted out. I think he's number 9 right now. So see if he can finish in the top 10. But that is a great performance from Frisky Kid, who's around 2,000 rated. But with only 4.5 minutes left in this tournament, Hikaru is fighting for second place, it looks like. First place looks a little too far to reach, but let's go right to Hikaru's stream and finish off this broadcast watching one of the highest rated players in the event.
I don't even know why I'm playing on here because this is such a draw, but it's not in. I don't know. I just feel like playing on in this game for some reason. Let's go here maybe. I just wanted rook c6. I did. Whatever. I can still go here and make a draw. Did he really just blunder a bishop? Yeah, it's just a draw. Let's go again. He blundered the bishop, yeah, but I mean, it doesn't matter. It's still second place is second place regardless, but whatever. I don't even care. Like, okay, I'm gonna try to win. Okay, I've got to move. I've got to use less than 30 seconds. It's gonna be quite the task. I took too much time. I should have drawn that game sooner. I thought it was 23-38, so I played on. But I should have made that draw. He resigns. He didn't have to resign, but I mean, what to do? Yeah, actually, why am I doing this? I shouldn't. Yeah, that's good enough. There's only 1 minute left. Not much I can do. Yeah.
And we are back, guys, with the conclusion to this Arena Kings. Hikaru actually got the benefit there of his opponent resigning, Slippery Speedster, who did not need to resign. As Hikaru pointed out, the time left in the tournament was actually less than the time that his opponent had on the clock, meaning that the tournament would end before White's time would just naturally expire to 0. And all the games get aborted if they're not completed during the time parameters of the tournament. So he didn't need to resign there, but he did. And I think as a result, what we're looking at is probably Bortnick with, by the way, let's talk about this for a sec. 13 wins in a row at the 2,900 plus level is insane. That's like so impressive. He's finishing by playing Eric here, but there's 20 seconds ticking down here. They might even agree to a draw. That is sometimes what the players do near the end of the event. Agree to a draw because it benefits both players. Get some points on the board, at least that you can do. But with 8 seconds counting down, I feel like this is a New Year's countdown or something. But this is going to be the end of the event. And there we go. As you can see, the top 3 based on the tournament itself, Bortnick, 13 wins in a row, is in first place with 84 points. Grandmaster Hikaru Nakamura is in second place with 71 points. And Luis from, it looks like Peru, with 69 points is going to be in third place. But in terms of awarding those prizes, it always goes based on who is streaming. So Chess.com is simply going to verify, hey, was Luis streaming? We know that Bortnick and Hikaru are streaming, so they are eligible for prizes. But for Luis, they have to verify as well. Stupac07 in fourth place, Mr. Forky Dude, all these people, if they're streaming, will be eligible for prizes. But the people that we do know are streaming, Castor, not sure if he is, but Bach, we do know in 7th place is streaming. So it is possible to actually finish 7th, 8th down the list, as I think Bach has just done, and still claim a prize. So I think Bach will actually claim the 3rd place prize based on the fact that he was streaming his games, and I don't think anyone ahead of him on that list was doing so. So it should be Bortnick, Hikaru, and then Grandmaster Bach for the top 3 places in week 1 of Arena Kings. And all those other prizes, such as a streamer prize and stuff like that, as well as the under prizes, those are going to be determined, of course, by Chess.com. They just have to take a look at the tournament and determine who actually finished atop all those categories. But what I can see here in front of me is the top 3, nice and easy: Bortnick, Hikaru, and Bach. And that officially wraps up our coverage here of the week 1 edition of Arena Kings. Now, remember, every single week throughout January, there's going to be 2 events. There's going to be one on Monday. That's us today. And then there's going to be one on Friday. The event on Monday always starts at 5 p.m. Pacific time. And the event that is coming on Friday is going to start at 12 p.m. Pacific time. So definitely want to make sure that you tune in, whether it's to the broadcast here. If you're a player out there, make sure you're streaming. Join the tournament. You don't have to be streaming to play. So you can always jump in for some games. All the strongest players, personalities, and streamers are going to be in the tournaments, as you can see. So it's good fun to just jump in for some games as well. But if you want to be eligible for those prizes, make sure you are indeed streaming. But yeah, like I said, it's a 2-hour arena. Hope you guys enjoyed. That's going to wrap up my commentary for today. Hope you guys had a good time. We had a bit of a different format here that I actually found really interesting. We just dropped in on so many different people who were streaming their perspectives, and we really got to hear their thoughts during some of those intense time scrambles, games, and maybe some important tactics, and hearing what they were thinking at the time. So I thought that was particularly cool. And for now, I just want to say thank you guys for watching. My name is Grandmaster Ron Hamilton. You can find me over at the Chess Bra channel on Twitch, myself and Grandmaster Eric Hansen. And thanks for watching, guys. And hopefully we see you back for the next edition of Arena Kings this Friday.